Why Babar Azam is not listed in Fab Four. Facts and figures, a critical analysis. Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. In this video, I would explain what is Fab Four, who are the current cricket greats, and why Pakistan's great batsman Babar Azam is not considered in Fab Four. To support my work and channel, please subscribe, like, and share this video, and leave your reviews in the comment box below. Without wasting any time, let's jump into the video. Fab Four is the word recently introduced by some cricket's great pundits. It is used to mention for best batsmen of modern era. There are many batsmen in the cricketing circuit playing so well, but only those players who have achieved so much success all over the world, scoring runs in all conditions, shown consistency, fighting spirit, technically so much sound, and proved themselves as best and match winner are listed in Fab Four. Fab Four consists of four best batsmen of modern era. 1. Virat Kohli. 2. Steve Smith. 3. Kane Williamson. 4. Joe Root. Virat Kohli is at number 1 in our list. Undoubtedly, Virat Kohli is number 1 batsman of modern era. He is one of the best of the best. He has every shot in his armory. He made cricket so much elegant and fast. It will be not wrong to say that he is the one who brought consistency in the game. He made toughest targets easy, shown us incredible feats of run chasing. Known as master of run chasing, he set new standards in the game. He is so much fit, doesn't tire of playing back-to-back big innings. He started his international career in 2008. He's been playing cricket around for almost 14 years, even though nowadays he is not scoring runs more fluently as he used to do. Some critics say he is out of his form or not effective anymore. He has scored second most international runs in all 3 formats since 2019 till now December 2022 after Babar Azam. Let's check his accumulative stats combining all 3 formats. Virat Kohli started his international career in August 2008 against Sri Lanka. Combining all 3 formats, Test matches, ODI and T20 international, he has played total 484 matches in 540 innings, with the average 53.59 runs per inning. He has scored 24,598 runs. Highest individual inning played to 150 for not out. Virat Kohli has scored 72 international centuries in all 3 formats. Even with low scores in recent past, his average is still best among all other batsmen. During his captaincy, he beaten Australia in Australia and helped India to become first Asian country in history who won Test series in Australia. He is the one who lifts up his game in challenging conditions. Steve Smith is at number 2 in our list, who is part of Fab Four. He started his international career in 2010 against Pakistan. Mainly he was selected as a leg break googly bowler to fill up the gap of greatest leg break bowler ever Shane Warne. He didn't get much success as a bowler. Later he worked hard on his batting and became one of the best batsmen of Australian cricket team after Sir Donald Bradman. Steve Smith is not stylish player. He plays his strokes on his own way. He is not naturally born talented player, but with a lot of hard work made him one of the best in the world. He is very tough to beat. He is challenging and always raise his game when needed. He has got second best Test match average after great Sir Donald Bradman in history, who has played at least 90 matches or more. Let's check his accumulative stats combining all 3 formats. Steve Smith began his international career in July 2010 against Pakistan. Combining all 3 formats, Test matches, ODI and T20 international, he has played total to 193 matches in 336 innings, with the average 49.88 runs per inning. He has scored 14,468 runs. Highest individual inning played to 139. Steve Smith has scored 41 international centuries in all 3 formats. Kane Williamson is at number 3 in our list, who is part of Fab Four. He started his international career in 2010 against India. He is very well accomplished top-order batsman of New Zealand. He has managed to score against every nation and played amazing cricket all over the world. He is very stylish player and timed the ball beautifully. Known best for his placing ball into the gaps. Under his captaincy, New Zealand team won the World Test Championship and runner-up of the ODI World Cup twice. He is a great leader of his team. He was one of rare captain who was captaining his team in all three formats. Let's check his accumulative stats combining all three formats. Kane Williamson began his international career in August 2010 against India, combining all three formats, Test matches, ODI and T20 international. He has played total 334 matches in 390 innings, with the average 47.18 runs per inning. He has scored 16,422 runs, highest individual inning played to 151 runs. Kane Williamson has scored 38 international centuries in all three formats. Joe Root is at number 4 in our list, who is part of Fab Four. He started his international career in 2012 against India. He is very well accomplished top-order batsman of England. Very talented and become well-established batsman in short time, playing good cricket all over the world. He is very stylish player and timed the ball brilliantly. Under his captaincy, England won many Test series. Currently, he is part of English Test team and made bulk of his runs in Test cricket. Let's check his accumulative stats combining all three formats. Joe Root began his international career in December 2012 against India, combining all three formats, Test matches, ODI and T20 international. He has played total 317 matches in 410 innings, with the average 48.70 runs per inning. He has scored 17,729 runs, highest individual inning played to 154 runs. Joe Root has scored 44 international centuries in all three formats. Well, these all are part of Fab Four. Now let's talk about Babar Azam. Babar Azam started his international career in 2015 against Zimbabwe. With some quick back-to-back centuries, he announced his presence in the circle. Soon after, Pakistani fans started comparing him with Indian great Virat Kohli, who had already achieved so much success in his cricketing career by that time. Babar Azam has his own class. He is a good player, maybe one of the best batsmen Pakistan have ever produced. To be a great player, they have to produce magical performances, unbelievable wins, snatching win from the hands of opponents, reliability, consistency, and show perfection in their game. Great players always have great impact on the game. Let's quickly check his accumulative stats combining all three formats. Then we'll discuss why he is not part of Fab Four, with some facts and figures. Babar Azam began his international career in July 2015 against Zimbabwe, combining all three formats, Test matches, ODI and T20 international. He has played total 137 matches in 267 innings, with the average 50.06 runs per inning. He has scored 11,664 runs, highest individual inning played 196 runs. Babar Azam has scored 28 international centuries in all three formats. Let's check some facts. Great players never show their weakness. If they have any weakness, they overcome it quickly and don't give chances to others and become their easy target. On the other hand, Babar Azam has some major weaknesses which he is still not able to correct. He can't play spin bowling well. He is unable to read googly. Good spin bowlers like Rashid Khan, Wanindu Hasaranga, Adil Rashid all have good success against him. Babar Azam is still figuring out how to handle them, which is not sign of a great player. Modern cricket became so fast. To compete with others and win the matches, batsmen have to score runs quickly and play big shots. He doesn't have big shots in his armory. Many times, he gets out on weak shots. Only few good shots can't make you great player unless you have full authority and command on everything. He struggles on bouncy tracks. Any player who can score runs in Australia or have good record in Australia recognized as a great batsman all over the world. In Australia, Babar Azam only managed to make 2 centuries, whereas Virat Kohli has scored 11 centuries at very good average. Virat Kohli is also not raised on bouncy tracks, but his quality and talent helped him adjusted to those conditions early. He never complained about bouncy tracks. In fact, he loves to score runs there. Great player always adjust his game to the conditions and accept challenges. Babar Azam doesn't have great temperament of scoring big runs in Test cricket. He has a habit of getting out on loose deliveries. There is a big problem of him. After playing so much cricket, he has failed to fix that problem. One day he plays very good inning. Next day he loses his concentration and gets out early. Just look at his past record. He scored 143 runs against Bangladesh and got out on same score next day. Finished the day on 69 against England and got out on same score next morning. Played inning of 77 runs against South Africa. Next morning got out on same score as well. Finished the day scoring 54 runs against West Indies. Next morning just added 1 run and got out. Scored 60 runs against Bangladesh and next morning got out on 76 runs. It is recent example of his lack of concentration and temperament. He scored magnificent 161 runs against New Zealand and on day 2 he got out on same score. That is suggesting he is not able to fix his problem till now. Babar Azam is not a good captain. Doesn't think out of the box. A good captain should be a good thinker, fully aware of in and out of the game. He must know what he requires to beat the opponents. It's same like war, you know your own strength and others' strength. Then you decide what are the weapons you need to beat others. It seems like he doesn't have ideas or fully aware of the game. He failed to make his team. It's not sign of a great player. Let's check some figures now. Test cricket is the toughest format of the game, where every ability of the player gets tested. Therefore, Test cricket is our parameter for the comparison. Babar Azam has played 46 Test matches and in 83 innings. He has managed to score 9 Test centuries only. He scores a century after every 5.1 matches or after every 9.2 innings. His average of scoring a century in Test match is very low as compared to Fab Four players. Even though Virat hasn't scored a century in his last 20 matches, his average of scoring century in Test matches is far better than Babar. Steve Smith is leading with 29 centuries. Joe Root is at second number with 28 centuries. Virat Kohli is at third number with 27 centuries. He hasn't scored Test century since 2019. That time he was ahead of everyone. Kane Williamson having 25 centuries under his belt. Babar Azam has only made 9 centuries so far. All the Fab Four players have scored big runs against all the Test-playing nations. Everywhere. Babar has only managed to score century against few nations at few places. Man of the Match Awards. Virat Kohli in his career has won 60 Man of the Match Awards. 9 times in Tests, 36 times in ODIs, and 15 times in T20 International. His average of winning Man of the Match Award is 8.1 per match. After every 11.6 Test matches, he gets award. Steve Smith has won Man of the Match Award 25 times. 12 times in Test, 11 times in ODIs, and 2 times in T20 International. His average of winning Man of the Match Award is 11.7 per match. His average of getting Man of the Match Award in Test matches is best. Steve Smith gets award after every 7.6 Test matches. Kane Williamson has won 27 Man of the Match Awards, 10 times in Test, 13 times in ODIs, 4 times in T20 International. His average of winning Man of the Match Award is 12.3 per match. After every 8.9 Test matches, he gets award. Joe Root has won 25 Man of the Match Awards, 13 times in Test, 10 times in ODIs, 2 times in T20 International. His average of winning Man of the Match Award is 12.7 per match. After every 9.8 Test matches, he gets award. Babar Azam has won 20 Man of the Match Awards, only 1 time in Test, 11 times in ODIs, 8 times in T20 International. His average of winning Man of the Match Award is 11.8 per match. After every 46 Test matches, he gets award. For a good stature, a player having Man on the Match only once in 46 matches is not good at all. Man of the Series Awards. Virat Kohli in his career 19 times awarded as Man of the Series Award. 3 times in Tests, 9 times in ODIs, and 7 times in T20 International. Steve Smith in his career 9 times awarded as Man of the Series Award. 4 times in Tests, 4 times in ODIs, and 1 time in T20 International. Kane Williamson in his career 7 times awarded as Man of the Series Award. 2 times in Tests, 5 times in ODIs. Joe Root in his career 9 times awarded as Man of the Series award. 5 times in Tests, 4 times in ODI. Babar Azam in his career 9 times awarded as Man of the Series award. 4 times in ODI, 5 times in T20 International. He is never awarded Man of the Series in Test series, which means he hasn't performed in any Test series to his optimum level. Babar Azam can be called Pakistan's best player of modern era, not world's best player. He still has to prove a lot. That's why he is not considered in Fab Four. I hope you'll like my analysis. Please subscribe, like and share my work. Thanks.